our correspondent Simon Marks, who was at the debate and joins us now live from Vegas. Simon, I just want to yell puppet at you so you can yell puppet back, but we've got to rise above that kind of immaturity and discuss what does appear to have been the key moment, which was Trump saying he's not yet sure he's going to abide by the result.
No question about it, John. And the extraordinary thing about this is that it was telegraphed that that was an issue that was potentially going to come up. His own running mate, Mike Pence, earlier in the day had said that, yes, the Republicans will accept the outcome of this election if they lose. Donald Trump's own daughter, Ivanka, said absolutely her father was definitely going to accept the outcome of the election. And then Chris Wallace, the moderator of this debate, who I think handled this debate with remarkable skill and aplomb throughout, held Donald Trump's feet to the fire on the issue and asked him twice very clearly, will you adhere to the outcome of this election if you lose? And you heard there in Lorna's package that he demurred on the issue and made history. A presidential candidate in a country that prides itself on a tradition of peaceful democratic transition in government, saying he's not yet certain what he's going to do and he'll make the decision if and when the time comes. That led to chaos in the spin room over here behind me, where the Republican and Democratic surrogates all go to assure people like me that their candidate won the debate. Kellyanne Conway, his own campaign manager, said yes, Donald Trump will accept the outcome of the vote. The head of the RNC, the Republican National Committee, said he will accept the outcome of the vote, but he didn't say it, and that has become the dominant issue after this debate.
Absolutely extraordinary. And so whatever else he may have achieved in the debates is just now lost, isn't it?
And I think that's exactly the point, because, you know, Donald Trump did not have a bad night compared to the performances that he put in New York and St. Louis in the first two debates. He did land some blows on Hillary Clinton, particularly over her use of a private email server, over the recent revelation that Democratic campaign volunteers may have been trying to whip up and foment unrest at Donald Trump rallies, and also on her foreign policy record as Secretary of State. But all of that is now being obscured, certainly in the coverage here of this debate, by his failure to say that he will necessarily observe the result and concede defeat if he loses. He, of course, will probably argue that's all part of the criminal global conspiracy by the media that is aimed at trying to prevent him from becoming America's next president, but it certainly has done nothing to help him.
Simon, just quickly before we go, CNN, they do a scientific poll. Afterwards, it gave the debate to Clinton. Did it? What was the margin? Do you know?
Yeah, I think 52 to 39% in one instant poll. I mean, I always throw buckets of cold water over those instant polls that come out in the immediate aftermath of the debate. They can perhaps give you a general sense of sentiment, but I'm not sure of how much scientific value they are. Look, these candidates had one last big opportunity here tonight to reach directly into American living rooms. 15% of the public say they haven't yet finally decided how they're going to vote. Remember that early voting is already underway in some states. More than 1 million people have already cast their ballots in Florida, and there is some evidence to support the view that many American voters now want this election behind them. Google, which monitors everybody's searches on the internet, is reporting a 350% spike in search queries for early voting here in the United States. Perhaps some of those undecided voters have decided it's time to mark their ballot papers and put this whole thing behind them.
Simon Marks live from Las Vegas. Thank you so much, Simon.